This week, in Retrospect. Back in '92, seizures of illegal narcotics are on the rise. We check in with the RCMP about the facts of the matter.
We're, of course, realizing that drugs in Lloydminster are turning into a real problem.
RCMP in Lloydminster are dealing with a shocking increase in narcotics charges, specifically with the drug cocaine. The number of cocaine trafficking charges has gone up 600% since last year, and RCMP Constable Dale Cox says it just goes to show cocaine is no longer the rich man's drug.
On an average, cocaine is it used to be what known as the elite drug, the higher class of society, shall we say, used to use cocaine mainly because of the price. Now you're seeing everybody using it, and the price doesn't seem to be an object. Whatever it's going to take to get it, they're going to do.
And while cocaine numbers are on the increase, marijuana charges are also on the rise. Trafficking has gone up about 140% from last year, with possession charges increasing by almost 200%. Constable Cox says the growing drug trade can also bring on other crimes as well, which police are trying to deal with.
And the offshoots of what the drug trade brings to Lloydminster is also becoming more prevalent. We're doing the best that we can with the manpower and within the scope of the laws that we have at this time to attempt to somewhat control the drugs. You're not going to eradicate, you're not going to ever remove drugs through enforcement. The only way to handle this drug problem on a long-term basis is through education. If there's no market for the drugs, then you're not going to have the drug problem.
Darcy Modine, Police Beat.
And movie classifications change with a new rating introduced in '97.
PG, restricted, we've all seen the warning signs, and for many young people it can provide some serious setbacks. Movies are not getting any less violent, which makes for a classifier's nightmare, trying to control who should and shouldn't be able to buy a ticket. All the old categories will still be there under the new rules: general, parental guidance, 14A, restricted, and adult. But a new category has now been added, 18A. Local theater officials say this is good news for customers, especially teens.
For people, say, between 16 and 17, they weren't able to go with the old restricted category. Now they have the 18A category, which they can plug those films into, and people who are under 18 can go if they're accompanied. People would bring their children to a show and we wouldn't be able to allow them in. Now we're able to allow them in.
In the past, classifiers had trouble placing films too strong for 14A and not violent enough for the restricted category. May says the 18A group should eliminate that. He and his brother Mike, who is president of the Alberta Motion Picture Theatre Association, expect Alberta to adopt the rating system very soon and eventually expect it to go national. Up till now, video stores voluntarily adopted their own rating system. Now Saskatchewan stores will be using the same system as the theaters. Officials hope people will soon start to recognize the symbols and understand what they mean.
Especially for parents, they have to have some indication of the content of films, so they know whether their children can go to them or should be seeing this material.
He says all May theater locations in the Midwest will be enforcing the ratings. Julie Matthews, NewsHour.
And that's all for this week in Retrospect.
Retrospect this week is brought to you by Webb's Ford. Worth your while to drive the extra mile. Webb's Ford in Vermilion.